All right, we are live, and that means that it is time to declare the meeting officially open with a few housekeeping rules. First of all, we try to keep our videos open and our microphones off unless and until it is our turn to speak. Secondly, we try to avoid talking about controversial topics, and yeah, we try to avoid talking about controversial topics because this club is all about celebrating and being curious about scientific development, science, technology, humanity, environment, even spirituality and education. Uh, the point of any Toastmasters club is to be a safe space for anyone to practice their communication skills and to learn valuable things in the process. That means that we usually avoid talking about sex, religion, and politics, especially with a view to creating controversy or to bring down any person or individual. So, with that said, it is time to hand over the charge to the president of Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club, which I just remembered that it is myself. It feels kind of strange. So, everyone, welcome to 59th meeting of Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club. Since we are all Toastmasters here, I will not explain what Toastmasters is or what it does. Instead, what I'll do is explain Quantum Leap once again. Quantum Leap is an advanced club, and it has a few distinct features that set it apart from other clubs. The first is that it usually always features a scientific keynote or even a discussion. That means that the topics that are chosen for this segment are actually intended to fulfill the purpose of this club, which is to kindle or rekindle scientific curiosity and let us all know that while there may be so many other disciplines in the world, ultimately, what builds the world and what runs the world is, of course, faith and then knowledge, and especially knowledge in scientific fields. Secondly, we have a very unique form of advanced evaluations that was patented, that was actually invented by one of our founding members, DTM Sudarshan Seshadri. And he has been, and this format you will see very soon when our prepared speeches are made. So with that, we see some very valuable guests here. So I'll ask them to introduce themselves. First, Toastmaster Kamran Ahmed. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Here I'm Kamran Ahmed from Zenith Toastmasters Club, Karachi. And apart from that, I'm also the part of SPELT, Society of Pakistan English Language Teachers. And apart from that, I'm also running one of the institutes, Kamran English Language Point. And I'm also a social worker, and as well as the part of CAPS, CAPS Education Society. And apart from that, I'm also the part of Karachi Debating Society.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamran. It's a pleasure that you could join us. And next, we have our area director, Toastmaster Ved Bilgram. So, Toastmaster Ved, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Ubaid Bidrami. I'm Vice President Education of Express Toastmasters Club. Other than that, I'm also holding an honorary position of Area Director B1. And by profession, by qualification, I'm Masters in Business Communication and Marketing. And by profession, I'm doing a job in a food manufacturing and exporting company in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you, Toastmaster Ubaid. And finally, Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. Please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Fazal Akbar, and I am Vice President Education of ICAP Toastmaster Club Islamabad. And it's my first meeting in Quantum Leap Toastmaster Club. I am here on the request of DTM Iram Rizvi, and I am going to deliver a speech today. And so looking forward to have a great session with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fazal, and it's always a pleasure to have you with us in any meeting. So welcome to Quantum Leap. And now, without further ado, let's call upon our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, to take over the proceedings. Over to you, Toastmaster Zahra.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. So regarding our theme, our theme of today is the power of discipline. So when we talk about the power of discipline, many things come in our mind when it comes to when we talk about our life, our even our what we work, our passion. Even in Toastmasters, I must say, we have to have the power of discipline. So, any idea about the ABCs of discipline? Any idea what comes in your mind when we talk about ABCs of discipline? Anyone? What can be the ABCs of discipline? Yeah. So it can be achievement, B for balance, and C for character. So we'll talk about it in later half of the meeting as well. And I have gathered a few perspectives about it as well from our speakers, from our role holders. So I would definitely share it with you all. When it comes to achievement, discipline is the foundation for achieving goals and aspiration. It involves even setting clear objectives, creating a plan, and even consistently taking an action towards those goals. Without discipline, it's challenging to stay focused and motivated, and in the face of obstacles and distractions. So I would like to, so basically we have few segments. As we all know, in all Toastmasters meeting, we have a prepared speech session, we have our table topics, and then we have our general evaluation session. But in our meeting, which is Quantum Leap Toastmasters Club, we have two other segments as well, which is the keynote speech, as well as we have the Geek of the Week session as well. So I would like to call. First, I would like to just talk about the role holders. So we have our language evaluator and the timer. So the language evaluator, the one who is wearing a lot of hats today in our meeting, is none other than, I think it's to be decided. It's not Talab and Hamid. I think it's to be decided.
Yeah, it's to be decided.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So how about language evaluator? I can be. Can anyone want to volunteer being a?
We can ask area director Ubaid Bilgrami if he would like to, because DTM Irfan is busy. He said he might skip from the middle.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Ubaid, can you be?
I would like to also, please, I would like to also render my apologies because I'm also somewhere out, and I just want to be part of the meeting, so I joined it. I'm somewhere out. I'm not going to be able to continue even, but I'll keep it up with you. But I cannot take any role. Please excuse
All
me for
right.
that.
Can we
I'm
ask?
humbly
Thank you
sorry.
so much. Can we ask Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir? He just stepped in.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning.
Good morning.
So would you like to be our language evaluator for today's meeting?
I have to leave in next 10 minutes from home.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
So
won't
I
be able to perform any role at this point in time.
Sir, I can, DTM Tala, if you allow, can I be the language evaluator? Although I'm not that good at it, but I can try.
No, like if you can manage it with being
Yeah, I can.
TMOD, yeah, go ahead then. If you can manage it, no worries. I think that's correct, DTM.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. All volunteers are welcome.
She sends her love. So yeah.
So, all right. So we have our language evaluator now, who is none other than our today's TMOD. So I would like to say that being a language evaluator, I would be seeing not so good usage of grammar and good usage of grammar. Even I would even be observing who would be using the word of the day, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So the word of the day for today is Frankel. So I would even describe, I will write it on the chat as well. So what's its meaning, and how we can use it in our sentences during our speeches. So we have the timer, Toastmaster Imran Rana, but he's not in the meeting right now.
Yeah,
So
actually, what we'll do is that we'll employ some tools for timing till the time Imran can join. Actually, he has a power outage at his home,
all right.
so as soon as the power comes, he will be able to join. So in the
Yeah.
meantime, we'll use the Zoom timer or some
Yeah.
other tool for the
Yeah,
timing. I'll
definitely.
take care of that.
Oh, so sir, will you be able to time your own keynote speech, or I can do that for you as well?
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible because it's now possible to put a timing
All right.
clock to Zoom. So no
All right,
worries.
definitely. Thank you very much. Now, so our keynote. So our keynote speech will be presented by none other than DTM Talha bin Hamid. So it will be a 15 to 20-minute speech, followed by a 5-minute Q&A session. And DTM Talha bin Hamid will be presenting a speech. The title of the speech, basically, the keynote is Contact. So I would like to basically just give a short, brief introduction. Yeah. So DTM Talha bin Hamid is a chartered accountant, a Toastmaster working as a head of training at Pakistan Institute of Corporate Governance. So his perspective regarding today's theme is any act only makes sense if it is done timely and correctly. Discipline is the difference between value addition and uselessness. So his perspective regarding our meeting, our today's theme. So let me call upon DTM Talha to present his keynote speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zahra. First, I'll put the presentation and okay, can everyone see me and the presentation?
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. So I'm also putting up the timer and Lydium Iram, the timing is 15 to 20 minutes, right? Yeah, it is. It is 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll put up the timer. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the greatest discovery in the history of mankind. Now, you must have seen the flyer and the blurb for this keynote before joining this meeting. And you must have wondered that if aliens have been discovered, if we've met the aliens, why are we so casual about it? Why haven't we heard it all over the media? Why isn't this the top story all around the world right now? Well, today, what I'm going to talk about is one of the many theories that actually try to explain our place in the universe. And that theory is that we are actually the aliens on this planet. So you must be wondering, how could that be possible? We don't know where we came from. The theory of evolution says that we evolved right here, along with the apes, along with the millions of other species. Well, let me break something to you. And some of these assertions will be quite surprising because we are used to taking some things as scientific fact, whereas Actually, all they are is scientific theories. For example, theory of relativity, perhaps the most popular and even the most proven theory, still remains a theory. Quantum mechanics is a set of theories and mechanisms that, yes, holds a lot of weight in terms of scientific experimentation and proof, but still, it's not the final answer. Similarly, how gravity works, how time works, everything is up in the air. And sometimes we are taught some things to be true, even though they're just theories, and there's many challenges to those theories, and that includes the theory of evolution. There are still many challenges to Darwin's theory of evolution. We are told that it is the one explanation for development of life and evolution of life on this planet. But let me tell you what Darwin's theory of evolution does not explain. Darwin's theory of evolution does not explain life itself. Yes, that's true. There is no plausible explanation till today about how life itself arises. How a set of atoms and molecules and compounds suddenly starts to gain consciousness. Scientists haven't been able to explain that. For example, the difference between a live person and a dead body of a live person. What is that difference? Why is that person suddenly lifeless? What is life itself? We have still no explanation. Similarly, there are so many other facts that we know to be facts, but actually they are just theories as well. So our place in the universe, in the Milky Way, one of the greatest questions that we seek an answer for today is, where are the others? Why haven't we met the aliens yet? Yes, there have been UFO sightings. Even now, NASA has confirmed that there have been a host of unidentified flying objects, and they've released footage and everything. But the question remains, we don't know for sure, do we? We haven't encountered any alien, unless some of us are actually aliens living among humans, but that is another train of thought entirely. Move on to why humans are considered by some scientists to be the aliens on this planet. The first reason is our DNA. Our DNA is completely unique. It's, of course, majority of it is shared with the other species that are found, even fruits and vegetables, not just animals. So it's not as if our DNA is something completely strange and alien to this planet. No, it's very much of something that can arise from this planet. But there are certain portions of our DNA that are not shared and whose source scientists are unable to explain. At least those who champion the theory of evolution are unable to explain. The whole deal about random variants of various species arising and then natural selection picking them up, picking the most likely variant and the fittest variant for onward survival, does not explain some very specific components of our DNA that some scientists believe cannot have arisen on this planet. The second is evolution, as I talked about. There's a very famous missing link between the humans that we see today and what we have said to be evolved from. How in a few thousand years, we gained all these tools. We changed our appearance to this degree. We developed techniques and expertise in such a short time. That is one of the missing links, but there's also a biological missing link. And I urge everyone to Google that once this meeting is over. There is a very huge missing link between the continuous evolutionary picture of human beings that scientists are still finding answers for. Third is our diet. Now, you would say that what does our diet have to do with anything? Think about it. The diet that we like is not good for us. And the diet that is good for us, we don't like. And we have to process every food that we eat. Isn't that true? We have to cook the vegetables. We have to cook the meat. We have to even clean the fruits and vegetables that we eat. Have you ever seen animals washing fruits and vegetables before eating them? And why do we wash them? Because we are told that these fruits and vegetables house germs. And if we don't wash them, those germs and the other filth will go inside our bodies and will make us sick. Now, I ask you, why doesn't it make anyone else sick? Cats, dogs, animals, birds, they eat each and everything that comes before them. They don't wash, they don't clean, they don't cook, but their bodies process that food. How? Did you know that what you see right now is how carrots originally looked? And that's not just true for carrots. Every fruit and vegetable that we eat today, even animals that we eat today, have been heavily genetically modified to fit our needs. What species does that? Things growing out of the ground, right? Things available naturally as prey. You've seen lions eating other animals. Have a lion ever started eating an animal and then stopped in the middle because it didn't like the taste or the appearance? But we make that choice. We leave food if we don't like its appearance or smell. And over centuries, we have completely modified every fruit and vegetable available to us. We have crossbred animals into species that result in the meat that we tend to like. Why is that? Why are we not comfortable with eating what is available naturally? If we evolved on this planet, think about it. If we evolved on this planet, our bodies should have been able to digest whatever it had to offer, just like all the other species that are present on this planet. Another very, very compelling element. Now, this is just one of the ancient cave drawings that we've seen. And there are many, many cave drawings that actually depict flying saucers and even alien-like humans. If you look at this particular drawing, and I selected this because this comes from a very credible source and not just from any conspiracy theory website. What looks exactly like an outline diagram of a spaceship as seen in sci-fi movies is actually a cave drawing that is found in the Niort caves of France. This Paleolithic cave painting was drawn sometime between 13,000 BCE and 10,000 BCE. Now, if you look at that period, you could say this was a hat, maybe, but humans didn't know how to make hats back then. And why would something that looks exactly like a flying saucer appear on a cave? And that's not just it. Even beings that are flying in the air, beings that look like aliens, complex machinery, all that appears in cave paintings. In fact, if you read the Mahabharata, that is the sacred text of Hinduism, it contains stories and stories that describe nuclear warfare. And you can read it in the description below. It comes complete with a description of flying vehicles and mushroom clouds. Next, we come to our eyes. Have you ever thought how our eyes are so ill adapted to this planet? Can you look at the sun? If we had evolved on this planet, our eyes would have evolved to withstand the light of the sun. We wouldn't have been blinded by the sun, right? And tell me, how many of us wear glasses? I bet most of us wear glasses, either reading glasses or the far-sighted ones. Why is that? Why none of us' eyesight is what it should be? If we evolved on this planet and have been evolving for millions of years or even more, why do our eyeballs evolve to go astray as we grow older? Moving on, our health. Now, even if we don't know it, all of us have some disease or another, even right now, major or minor. For example, I have a slight flu, and I bet that each of you can find something that is wrong with you. Have you ever wondered, why are we never completely healthy on this planet? Think about it. When was the last time you felt completely 100%? In fact, we have so much to fear, so many viruses, so many bacteria. We spend our lives protecting ourselves against what is naturally found on this planet. Why does that have to be? Again, I ask you, if we evolved on this planet, why would we need to be protected against a majority of creatures and microscopic bacteria that is found on this planet? Did they come from another planet? No, they were right here. If we can utilize bacteria to digest food, why is one type of bacteria harmful to us and not the other? And I'm not saying that animals don't get sick. Of course they get sick. They don't have doctors, they can't talk, so they can't say that we are not feeling well. But humans get sick much more often. That is a fact. And the threats to our life is much greater than that of any other animal. Coming to babies, have you ever thought that why our babies are so helpless? Take up any other species. Any other species. Whenever their babies are born, they are ready for action. It takes them maximum a day or two to start acting like the animal that they really are. But our babies, they take forever, years and years. A baby takes between a year and 2 years just to learn to walk, even longer to learn to talk. And guess what? When the babies are born, their digestive systems are too fragile to withstand anything that is offered by this planet. That's why there's baby food. That's why we have to be so careful before feeding babies. It's like even young children, it goes for years and years, in fact, decades. In fact, a human being is not completely safe and completely sturdy against the elements until they turn 15, 16, 17, or 18. Why is that? Why are our babies so helpless? Do your research, go on Google, and you will discover that no other animal has an offspring that is so helpless against the elements. And finally, the big one. It is said that we evolved from chimpanzees. How many times have you seen a chimpanzee shivering in the cold or wearing clothes? In fact, how many times have you seen any animal getting uncomfortable from too much heat or too much cold? But it is us. Right now, I'm sitting in a room which is built out of concrete. I've shielded myself from the sunlight, and I have closed the room and turned on a fan because the weather is too uncomfortable for me otherwise. I've turned on the fan for additional air, and I'm wearing clothes. And if the weather grows cold, I will wear even more clothes. Why are we so uncomfortable? We have transformed this planet, in fact, damaged it in order to make ourselves uncomfortable. Am I right? The heat waves and the resulting deaths. Everything that we do to make the weather better for us makes the environment worse for us. If you imagine an alien species lands on a planet that is beautiful and raw and untouched, and then it starts modifying that planet according to its needs, it changes everything about that planet. It starts damaging the environment. It builds factories, it builds homes, builds roads. It does things that cause other species to go extinct or to be endangered. And some of the species it domesticates. It genetically breeds those species so that they are more docile and a greater source of food. And the other species, it drives into extinction. It takes over the land. And ultimately, it not only possesses the planet, it destroys the planet. And then starts looking for other planets to conquer. So tell me, aren't we looking for other planets now? We are going to go to Mars or to land on the moon. Why? What's wrong with this planet? We know that we have outgrown this planet. Not only in terms of population, but in terms of its livability. And isn't that what an alien species does to a planet? So answer yourself. Do we really own this planet, or are we the aliens? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
I think she's away from.
DT Miram, are you there? Oh, sorry. Toastmasters era. You are the TMO. Yeah, over to you.
The problem, sir. I just went for a minute. I'm so sorry if I was
No, it's all right.
got any
It's
delay.
all right. It's all right.
Okay. So yeah. So do anyone have any questions, or it has been addressed? Anyone have any questions? So we can move to our prepared speech session. Hopefully, is it?
Yeah, actually, we have a 5 minute schedule for Q&A. Our timer has joined.
Definitely. So anyone from the audience would like to ask any question from DTM Tala?
I would like to ask a question. Although I've been a bit late, but it is better to be late than never. वैसे कि इकबाल लेट देर से आता है. मेरी गुजारिश आपसे हजरत ये थी कि what was the motive behind this topic? You chose this topic for today. What was the real motive, the reason? My
Well, the real motive was that it is something that I've been curious about for many years now. And I especially find that there are so many issues with the theory of evolution that are deliberately ignored or set aside. Yes, there's a huge community of scientists that believes in evolution, and I don't judge them for that. But sometimes a certain worldview is forced upon us, and we are deliberately discouraged to look at other alternatives. So that was the main motivator. And also, when there was this book called "We Are Not from Earth," uh, by a scientist named Ellis Brown. I'll share the link of that. I read that book. It's not a deep scientific study. Uh, it does not rely on, you know, extensive experiments. It just offers a few observations, like I just said. So that was also one of the motivators behind it.
I think it's a very brave thing to do, because usually quantum physics and quantum mechanics and all that is considered to be the realm of the physicists and others. But we, being a Muslim, those who believe in the very power of the Allah Nuru Samawati wal Ard, and we understand the very concept of the real and source of energy, which is light, and we have a very clear concept of the creations of malaika and jinn and ins. I think it's a great achievement, and just let me know if I can be of any help to you in the future, because this is my area of interest. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, of course. Creationism, as we call it. I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to turn it into a. It was not designed to be a religious discussion, but creationism is also present in almost all the major religions, not only in Islam. So that is also something that ties into this. DTM Seth, you have a question, sir.
Thank you very much, DTM Tala bin Hamid. It's a wonderful subject, and you got our attention about the theory of relativity and the Darwin theory and the other theories. You little bit touch about each and everything. If what I think about it, if you can touch about the theory of the gravity and how we are moving on the ground, because the other species are not affecting with the gravity, but we are the human are affecting to the gravity. What is the relation between you, since you study uh, this this theory about it? So what is the relation between the human and the theory of gravity?
Okay, sir. I think as far as I know, gravity affects everything, not just humans. And gravity is also one of those things that we have been told since childhood that gravity is a force of gravity. But actually, it's not a force. It's a result of curvature of space and time. So whenever a massive object appears in space, the space and time curves around. And in that curve, things move, and that's what we call orbit. So it's a whole other area. But gravity does affect humans, but it also affects other species. The only difference is that humans have consciousness, and humans can perceive time and they can measure time. So they can measure gravity and they can measure the effects of gravity as well. So that is it. I mean, if you think that there are species that are able to defy gravity, for example, birds fly in the air, but they're not really defying gravity. What they're doing is that they have tools that can counter the effects of gravity, taking into account the air that is present. Bird cannot fly in space; it needs air to fly. So I hope that answers your question, DTM sir.
Thank you very much, DTM Tala bin Ahmed.
All right, thank you very much, DTM Tala, for such an insightful keynote speech. Now, I would like to begin our prepared speech session. So today's speaker, our first speaker is DTM Sudarshan. So DTM Sudarshan, so if I talk about the evaluators, so our lead evaluator is DTM Iram Rizvi, and I think she will be announcing over the panel of evaluators. So I would like to give a brief introduction of DTM Sudarshan and his perspective regarding today's theme. The power of discipline, yes. So he's a banker by profession, he's a storyteller by passion. Life's journey has taught me. So he says, life's journey has taught me is that only one thing about life you can be certain is that it goes on. Power of discipline. Your thoughts become your words, and your words became your deeds. Discipline ensures that you control your thoughts, and the rest take care of themselves. So DTM Sudarshan. The lead evaluator, DTM Iram. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. So the speaker today is going to perform one of the speeches, which is called Understanding Emotional Intelligence. The purpose of this project is for the member to cultivate an understanding of how his emotions impact relationships. It is also designed to help the member identify how others' emotions impact his emotional state. All the best, DTM Sudarshan. The title is, Can You Do It? You Can Do It. And the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes.
Sorry, DTM Iram, you may want to have a look at the panel because Toastmaster Forum will not be able to join.
Okay,
so,
just give me a second.
So maybe you may wish to delegate.
Forum is not there. Can I request? Let me look at. Imran Rana already has, and DTM Taha bin Hamid. So can someone like to volunteer for the auditory part?
Are you asking me?
No, let me do this. Toastmaster Fazal?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Toastmaster Kumar Tara Chand, you look like you're in a hospital.
Yes.
Get well soon, sir. Are you able, would you be excited to take up the role of the auditory evaluator? Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear us. DTM Farooqi, would you like to take up the role of the auditory evaluator?
I said I will not be able to regularly participate in the meeting.
No worries.
Sometimes I have to skip.
Can I be the
Toastmaster Fazal? Okay, Toastmaster Fazal, if I could, I will ask you to do the auditory evaluation in the end because this is your very first time. Would you like to take up the challenge?
Yes, it is my first time, so I don't know.
You in the end. So what I will do is I will call visual, perceptible, structural language, and then I will call you for auditory part. You just need to evaluate the auditory part of the project for the speaker, and that's for 1 minute.
Okay, I will do my best. I will do
Great.
my best.
Thank you. So Toastmaster Fazal is going to do auditory. Similarly, I would just take the opportunity to shuffle in the next speeches. Toastmaster Khurram was the perceptible in Toastmaster Fazal's speech. So would anyone like to volunteer for that? Imran Rana. So could I ask Toastmaster Zahra?
To be the perceptible?
For Toastmaster Fazal's speech, take the perceptible part, the one which was with Toastmaster Khurram. Thank you very much. And I would now proceed. So I would like to confirm now that as a lead evaluator, my team for DTM Sudarshan's speech Auditory is done by Toastmaster Fazal, visual by Toastmaster Imran Rana, perceptible by DTM Saif, and structure and language by DTM Talha bin Hamid. Team on board, ready? Handing it over. So let me invite the speaker. Let me snatch it up from our TMOD. So DTM Sudarshan, can you do it? You can do it. Can you do it? You can do it. DTM Sudarshan.
Picture this. It was a Sunday afternoon, house full of guests, and my little boy, who was about 6 years old, decided to take it upon himself to serve the guests with glasses of water. No one asked him, no one told him. He decided tray and carried it into the living room very carefully. As much strength as he could muster up was put in holding the tray with 6 tall, full glasses of water. Guess what happens next? I'm sitting facing him as he is walking in. All the guests are going, "Oh, so cute, the little boy is getting water." And me, being the father, utter the following words: "Beta, be careful. These glasses are expensive. If they fall, they will break." As these words cascaded out of my mouth, my son, whose attention was on the tray, looked up. Lo and behold, his joy of carrying those 6 glasses of water turned into sorrow. He went into apology mode. I went into anger mode. My wife went into annoyance mode, and the guests were generally disturbed. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Our emotions are the keys to our success or our failures. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me when I say your thoughts become your words become your actions deliver the results you may desire or you may not desire. Either ways, it's your thoughts which come out as words, which come out as actions. And guess where does thought begin? As our keynote speaker so eloquently put, as invaders of this planet, our brains are designed either to fight or to flee. And therefore, our emotions come from that primitive area which drive everything else. And the example that I gave you of my child trying to serve water, a good gesture turned bad because my emotional intelligence or lack of it was to tell him to be careful. His emotional intelligence was one of accomplishment and achievement. And the guests were surprised, amused, amazed, whatever you may call it. Therefore, this applies to every scenario of each and every one of our lives. I want to give you all an example. This is a very common phenomenon. I remember there was this one very prestigious assignment given to a small team in the organization. One of the members was me. I do not exaggerate when I say I spent about 18 continuous hours without getting up from my desk, working on what I considered a killer presentation. A presentation designed to wow the board, ensuring investment in the project, and getting us all a big fat bonus check at the end of the year. My approach to it was one of great positivity, great energy, great enthusiasm. In the morning, when I presented it to my core team along with my line manager said, looks at everything and only thing he points out, listen, I think the font sizes in slide 4, 11 and 14 are slightly different. Maybe I think a 1 point here or there might address the issue. Can you imagine, after spending 18 long hours trying to develop something which I thought was a killer presentation, his state of mind was one which basically told me some trivial detail somewhere is going to determine the outcome. I was crestfallen. I had expected specific inputs to improve the quality of the messaging, or maybe some more analysis to prove how profitable it's going to be. Whereas he was telling me, change the font size. To hell with it. I'm not doing this. I told my team members, jisko karna hai kar lo. I'm not going to work even half a second on this presentation. I came back to my desk. My boss came to me, put his arm around my shoulder and said, Suddu, let me tell you this. In the boardroom, 99.9% of the people are not going to look at your deck. They are not going to understand what you're saying. The people that need to understand are here. They are going to basically try to stall the proceedings. How are you going to change their mind? It has to be flawless. For them, they are watching a 70 movie. And in that movie, if there is even a speck of doubt in their mind, they will block it. So I then realized his emotional perception of what he was trying to tell me was somewhat defensive, somewhat of a flight mode. And for him, it was a fight mode. And therefore, this is the difference between what your emotional state can do for you. Over the last 50 years that I've traipsed around the sun, I've understood that emotions are something that come with us when we are born. Winners are those that pull the reins on these emotions and know when to release, how much to release, and how to release. Among all of us today as well, there will be some that will do an exemplary job because they come from an emotional state of victory, and some that will keep looking back to see if they're doing the right job because they come. For all of you to know what your emotional state is and keep winning, knowing how to control that beast called emotions. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much.
Good on class.
So DTM Sudarshan, I'm going to thank you very much for sharing that with us. And my Alexa is not stopping. Just hang on. Okay. So my Alexa went off right now. Thank you. And what I'm going to do different is that the last time I experienced that I would like to call my team first.
Experience
so
by
that
Ludovico Ayalaudi from Spotify.
So my team could go ahead first sharing their experiences on the 4 levels. And then I'm going to do because most of the time, then we are repeating. That's Alexa. See, that's actually Alexa on my table.
That's not fair. So that you can collect all the points and
yes,
just summarize.
Yes, I would like to do because this is the other way around when these guys are doing. They collect the points from my speech. So I would now like to call the first speaker, and that's the evaluator that's going to evaluate the part of visuals of DTM Sudarshan's speech. So Toastmaster Imran Rana, over to you for the visual parts for 1 minute.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Sudarshan, as far as visuals concerned, your visual backgrounds were perfectly clear. You were perfectly visible. Plus, I can see your facial expressions and the t-shirt color you're wearing. It's quite attractive. So Overall, the visual part is it's quite perfect, but because of the internet connectivity issue, some of the time I saw that the video was stuck. So maybe the technical glitch, rest of the visual parts are perfectly fine. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Imran Rana. Now I would like to invite for the perceptible part, DTM Saif. DTM Saif, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there is echo. Let me fix. Let me fix. I'm audible.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And Toastmaster Sudarshan, you lose the weight. What you have done with you. This is not the part of my evaluation. Let me start my evaluation first. Winner are those who pull the emotion. What a wonderful and strong statement. And that make my life easy. And what I perceive in your speech, that there is a message. Whoever are saying anything to you, you must be focused about your result. As your personal story started with your kids, they are holding the 6 glasses, and you broke his confidence level by saying, be careful. Otherwise, he was very wonderfully carrying the 6 glasses without any fear. So sometimes these small sentence, small words make the difference. You rightly mentioned in your speech about when you prepare your presentation with the 18 hours, and at the end of the time, you was saying, jisko karna hai wo kar le. This is the wonderful, I perceive is a wonderful speech, wonderful message, and excellent attempt for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DTM Saif. Now I would like to call for structure and language, DTM Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much. Let me open the notes. Yeah. All right. So, DTM Sudarshan, I love the fact that you started with a small and simple story, which was very heart-touching and very relevant to the theme. Usually what happens is that in the start of a speech, when a story is employed, it continues into the rest of the speech, a longer story. But this was a compact, self-contained story, which I absolutely loved. It was an anecdote that is very identifiable. Sometimes we just make something bad happen by being too worried about it. And that's what we do to our children, especially. We make them so conscious about things. So that was absolutely fantastic. I love that structural element. You, as always, you used a lot of good language. I hope most of that will be noted by the language evaluator. But I'll just point out, you said lo and behold, and when you described the transition from joy to sorrow, it was fantastic. And when you described the various modes, that one simple incident put everyone in different modes. So that's a great way of putting it. So overall, I think your speech was structurally sound and engaging, and the structure served the purpose of the speech. And also, I also loved the conclusion, although I did feel that maybe it dragged on a little bit in terms of directly preaching. But other than that, I cannot fault it. So absolutely fantastic job, and over to you, lead well.
Thank you very much, DTM Talha bin Hamid, for giving me so many points. Now I would like to invite the first time evaluator, and he's come to the meeting for the first time. So Toastmaster Fazal Akbar for the auditory part of the speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Iram. The auditory part of the speech of Sudarshan Seshadri was excellent. What I have noticed is that the audio was very clear and every word coming out was clearly audible. And every word was well pronounced and the pronunciation was excellent. But what I missed about this was Well, I have looked at this in terms of the tonality and vocal variety. And what I found missing was the emotions and the correlation of the emotions and the words. For example, when he was talking about his child, so he must have spoken in his language. And at that time, he could adjust the tonality of the speech. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Fazal. Kudos for doing it for the first time. And now here, timer, you could start with my evaluation as the evaluator for the speech. Thank you very much, DTM Sudarshan. And I really am very glad that you brought up the incidents which are so common. And this is what is important from a speaker, that, you know, when you bring up the incidents, you should try that 90 to 95% people should relate to it. So it has to be something related to children, something related to work, something related to spouse and in-laws, that, you know, people could relate to it and they feel that pain or that happiness or that feeling. This particular project was all about emotions. So we were supposed, as an audience, I was supposed to feel what the speaker was saying, and kudos for that, for hitting that objective that we felt it. The incidents were completely well read by me as an audience. I felt I did that thing, that both the incidents have happened in life. So I could feel that happening actually to me, and I started recalling the times when a mistake has happened with a child, either mine or someone else's close to me, and how that would affect. And one thing that I would like to accept is that we were talking about how emotions affect our reactions. Thank you for that, that you really brought up that, you know, when this incident happened, it was not just the child, but how that the pendulum has actually gone down further, and we could see that how it affected everyone. It was a butterfly effect for all, that, you know, because of that one, be careful how the effect got bigger. But if someone would have just laughed on the very first place or said that, bravo for bringing it up, oh, come on, let's cheer him up. And if it would have fallen down, everyone would have continued to cheer. So that's the difference of emotions, how we can place it up, that, you know, that first incident. Thank you for that. Now, if I move on towards the things that I would see could have been improved, I did have a bit of a challenge of missing out some of your auditory part. That might be connection on my side. And I missed the part if you have spoken about journal. So I was looking for a 2 weeks record. So a bit more incidents. So probably if one incident of this sort has happened in the beginning, I wanted to hear another incident of similar sort that happened yesterday. That, you know, how this time you put an effect and you brought a difference. So I was looking for 2 incidents of each kind. Workplace also something that you have done 2 weeks back. And because it is so often, and for work, we see things happening every day, I wanted to hear something where you deliberately took care of the emotions and shared another incident where you were doing a presentation or probably a meeting with the customer, just to see how different it is in your life as an emotional, intelligent person. One is this. Second is that, and that's of course a part of the journal. Second is that I was looking for drama, which you do very well. I'm a huge fan when you bring characters, when you bring voices. So, but ayo, kya kar diya? You know, something of that sort. And then, you know, one auntie saying, hi Rabba, gir gaye glasses. You do that. And I was missing that today because I understand it was more of an informative journal feedback that you were giving. All in all, thank you so much for the brilliant speech. Only 2 things that I was looking for: a before and after effect of emotions, and second, a bit of a drama, which I'm a huge fan of. And an amazing speech done, DTM Sudarshan. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
All right. Thank you very much, the lead evaluator, and thank you so much, DTM Sudarshan, for such a thought-provoking speech. Now I would like to call upon our next speaker, who is Toastmaster Fazal. Yeah, Fazal Akbar. So Toastmaster Fazal Akbar is a VP Education of ICAP Toastmaster Club. He is also a member of Event and Sponsorship Committee. He's a chair division. He's a chair of Division C, and he's a member of a Toastmaster since October 2023. So his perspective regarding our today's theme, consistency leads to success, which can be achieved through strong discipline. Hence, discipline is the cornerstone of success. So the lead evaluator of Toastmaster Fazal Akbar is, I think, Toastmaster Imran Rana. Yes. Toastmaster Imran, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm sure I'm audible and visible. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Zara Ibrahim. Other Toastmasters and guests, Toastmaster Fazal Akbar will going to deliver his speech from Pathways Effective Coaching. He is delivering a speech from Level 2 Project 3, and the project objectives are Introduction to Toastmasters Mentorship. The objective of this project is for the member to deliver a speech experiencing the Toastmasters mentorship. And the speech title is If I Had Mentors. I'm evaluating Toastmaster figure for the first time, so all the best. And with that, along with me, I have a team of evaluators. We have auditory DTM Siddharshan. We have visual DTM Talha. We have perception DTM Iram Rizvi. And structure and language will be evaluated by DTM Sab. So why shouldn't I go the other way around?
Toastmaster Imran,
DTM
perception
Iram
by
did.
Toastmaster Zahra.
Means I'm so blessed to have all the
Excuse me.
Toastmaster Zahra is doing the perceptible.
okay.
I just took away
So
your joy.
she is almost a DTM. Okay. So for that I okay. Doing the timer role only for this specific speech. Let's come in. Can I ask someone to be the timer for
Yes.
this specific
I can
speech?
be the timer.
That's great. Toastmaster Fazal Akbar, if I had a mentor, Toastmaster Fazal Akbar, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran Rana. I hope I am audible and visible. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests here. It is very common to be drifted when you do not have a mentor to guide you. It's very easy to be lost when there is no mentor to guide you. I would not be the same person today if I had a mentor to guide me on specific occasions and in specific stages of life. Ladies and gentlemen, I hail from an underdeveloped village of Pakistan. I used to be a talented child. I was good at school and extracurricular activities. I was a master of signboards, and I was an extraordinary sketch artist. Even today, when you go to my village, and you will see billboards, and there will be a prescription written on the end of that board, Artist Fazal. And believe me, that is me. But there is a tragic side of this story. Nobody came to me to say, hey, Fazal, have you ever heard of National College of Arts in Lahore or Rawalpindi? That is a perfect place for you to thrive and excel in life. Nobody came. And if I had a mentor at that time, if he had told me about this college, I would be another Picasso of 21st century. Okay, I moved on with my life. Let me talk about my academic prowess. I secured 98% marks in the 10th standard in mathematics and barely qualified biology. For the next 2 years, I had to choose any one of these subjects. Can anyone tell me which subject I chose for the next 2 years studies? Anyone?
Biology.
Biology.
Yes, you are right. Instead of mathematics, I chose biology. The reason was that my family wanted me to be a doctor. They didn't consider my aptitude and what I wanted to be. If I had a mentor at that time, he would tell me to listen to my inner voice, not to listen to other people. And I would be a great mathematician or an extraordinary engineer or a chartered accountant today. Okay, for the next higher education in Foreman Christian College, I had another two choice. Biotechnology and software engineering. Guess which one I chose? Anyone?
Software engineering.
Biotechnology.
Biotech.
Biotechnology.
In fact, I chose none of them.
Okay.
And the problem was with biology, I had so bad relation. And for software technology, there was a prerequisite of 2 years back studies in intermediate, which I didn't have. So instead, I opted political science for my higher studies. For the next 4 years, I studied political science, but at the end, after graduation, landed in a management job. And if I had a mentor at that time, he would tell me to choose management sciences to study if I wanted to do a job in management sector. So throughout this career of me, there has been a crisis, a kind of crisis. There has been a kind of problem. That is because of the lack of mentorship in my life. Recently, I joined Toastmasters in last year. And in Toastmasters, I saw this culture of mentoring, evaluations, and feedbacks. And I got amazing mentors who guided me throughout this journey. And some guided me about in the administrative aspect, and some guided me about the speeches, and some guided me about the projects. And I took part in every session, and I took roles in other clubs. And the aggregate of me made me a good Toastmaster. And in a span of around 6 months, I even reached the division level as a contestant. And in my first year of Toastmasters journey, I am now the VPE of my club. So that speaks volume of the progress I have made. And this credit I give to my mentors in the club and also around the country. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give an appreciation to our mentors. I have an amazing mentors even here, DTM Iram Rizvi, who guides me every step of the way. And we have DTM Talha bin Hamid. Although he doesn't know he is my mentor, but I take guidance from him without letting him feel the burden of mentorship. So these mentors help us to bring the best version of ourselves. So it is the time to appreciate these mentors. And if I had a mentor like them before in my life, I would be a very different person today. So over to you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fazal. So can timer start the timing for my evaluation? Okay, please confirm my audibility and visibility.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fazal Akbar, for delivering such a wonderful speech. And you said very well that mentors are the persons who brings the best persons out from yourself. So, and DTM Talha means if a member belongs to District 122 and he is not familiar and he hasn't taken advice from DTM Talha, then what can I say, that it would be his loss. So I think every Toastmasters in District 122 somehow connected with DTM Taha for his guidance. So the speech delivered with enthusiasm and energy. I really love the speech. You started with your personal story about your background, and it also felt me like that it can be an icebreaker speech, because we come to know about your childhood, then your educational background, and your professional experience. In all these three stages, you mentioned the importance about the mentor. Like you mentioned that you got 98% marks in mathematics, and you barely pass in bio, and everybody suggested you to go for the medical. So and if at that time you mentioned in your speech that if you had a good mentor, then he would have guided you well, so that you must be what a qualified chartered accountant, or maybe something else that you would wanted to be. Overall, the speech was delivered with great energy. Myself was connected throughout your speech because it had a proper chronological order. Means the speech flow with proper opening, body, and conclusion. You met the objectives of the speech, that need to experience to share your experience about the mentorship, and how you ended up in Toastmasters. Your speech has a crisp humor that was wonderful. The only thing which I would like to emphasize on, that maybe the speech could be delivered in a standing posture, so you could use your hand gestures that can support or elevate your speech. Second thing is that I felt the honesty, the way you delivered the speech. Maybe the vocal variety would enhance the speech. So now I would like to ask my team members to give their feedback. And the first one I would like to call upon DTM Sudarshan for auditory. So DTM Sudarshan, could we have your feedback about Toastmasters puzzle speech?
I think he's disconnected from the meeting.
Okay, so moving further towards the visual parts, and I would request DTM Talha to please share your feedback about visual parts.
Thank you so much, lead evaluator. Visually, I think Toastmaster Puzzle, the good thing is that I think your eye contact was perfect and you passed the litmus test of making us feel as if you're not coming to us through a screen. And I think that's a very important test for a virtual speaker, that when you forget that you're looking at a screen, instead you just focus on the speaker, and you manage to accomplish that. Your background also served to enhance that for us. In terms of visual part of your speech, I would just say that perhaps you could have had more enhanced facial expressions that would have matched what was being said in your speech. That comes with time though, but that would have been helpful. And lastly, would have loved to see a few pictures of your village, and in fact, pictures of your artworks in that village. That would have really, really driven the connection home. So maybe consider that next time. Over to you, lead evaluator.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha. For perception, we have almost DTM Zara Ibrahim.
Let me correct. I am a Toastmaster, not a DTM. Thank you, sir. All right. So, Toastmaster Fazil. So, your speech title itself was really it has a list. I must say, when you said if I had a mentor, you wish for something, and how you were able to convey your message across in such a you know heartfelt speech, I must say. And I think everything in life has its timings, I must say. Reflecting upon the past happenings, leaving your able to tell us your lesson, and being an accomplished person now, it speaks volumes. And you even stand out in the crowd, I must say. And you said one thing, that mentors are it's easy to be lost when you don't have a mentor. So I must say, mentors are for guidance, but at the end of the day, it's in your hand. When you have your own efforts, you are working hard, or dedication, if it's not there, even if you have a mentor, you will not be able to do anything in life, anything in your Toastmaster journey, without the effort, without your spark, without knowing what's your your goal in life. So even if you have a mentor, you will not be able to achieve that. So I would like to congratulate you for coming forward and giving us by such a wonderful speech, I must say. So thank you very much. Although in terms of perceptible part, there was nothing much, because you were able to convey your message across in a very nice manner, I must say. So thank you very much. Over to our
Thank you so
lead
much.
evaluator.
Thank you so much to Master Nada Ibrahim. Now we are moving towards the structural and language part. For that, I would request DTM Saf, please share your feedback about Toastmaster Fuzzle speech. Over to you. DTM Saf, could we have your feedback?
Okay, now I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I already done that unmute myself before, so I started my evaluations. So anyhow, it's happened. By saying this one about the structure and the language one, and my predecessor, there are two evaluator Toastmaster Imran Rana, he touched the structure also, and then there is a Talha, he touched also about the structure part of that one, even though I'm going to talk about the structure part of your speech, Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. You started your speech and asking the question. That is a sign of a professional speaker to engage the audience. That's the best thing, to ask the question first. And then you take us to your village and your artwork, and then you start, you are just grabbing the attention and you are asking the question in between. That I got the 98%. So then after that, guess what? I choose subject biology. All of the sudden, that again you twist the perception of the peoples over here, or the members over here, and you end up with the political science. What a wonderful speech you have delivered today. And what I felt about it, that you have a lot of information you are sharing with us without any purposeful pauses. You're just shooting, and one after one after one. भाई थोड़ा सी ब्रेक भी लगा लो ना, थोड़ा सा हम समझ भी लें आप क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं, थोड़ी सी ब्रेक लगा के बात करें. Let's talk about the language part of it. If you have to watch the Toastmaster International World Champion, their speeches are very simple speeches, like your speech. And one day you are going to become the world champion in public speaking. Over to the Toastmaster, over to the evaluator.
Thank you so much, DTM sir, for such a wonderful evaluation. For the auditory part, I would request DTM Iram Rizvi to please share your feedback about Toastmaster Fazal Akbar speech. Over to you.
Thank you very much, lead evaluator. So Toastmaster Fazal Akbar, the auditory part, right? Yes. So I like what I hear today. So there was a lot of confidence. I have seen the speaker getting better by speeches, and that is the whole idea of the projects that we do. What I really like was there was a lot of vocal clarity, not very hard words, not very tough words, very simple words showing how simple the whole project overall is. One thing that I would really recommend the speaker is that even through auditory, if you just close your eyes and listen to speeches, you start picturing a lot of things. So I would request you to add some more adjectives where I could understand what kind of village it was, how tough your education was, some words which actually express, because auditory, usually you would try to record yourself and try to see that, what people are picturizing without seeing me. Secondly, when you use the screen front and back, the auditory goes different. So the places where you wanted us to guess what I did? Guess what I chose? Bio. So, those pauses and all, they bring in and they create a bigger picture as a storyteller, for which Toastmaster Imran just put his specs to notice further in my evaluation. So all in all, really glad that you have chosen Quantum Leap for this speech today. We really learned a lot from your story and from the project that you have done. Just add up a bit of pauses and some more adjectives so that the auditory could be more profound and more imaginative for us. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fazal.
Thank you so much, DTM Aram. To sum up your speech, I would like to say that your speech was innocent. It has humor. It has engagement. A perfectly icebreaker speech. Thank you so much. So could we have your feedback about our evaluation? So a minute of feedback.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a totally different experience, and I've noted all those what I have learned from you, and I will try my best to accommodate all those in my next speech. And I will, inshallah, join for the next meeting because this evaluation I like the most. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day. We lost her.
Master of the day is not here. Mr. President, can we move on with table topics?
Yeah, sure. I think Zahra dropped out, maybe connectivity issues, but.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the table topics session of Quantum Leap Toastmasters Club. Here we do table topics a bit differently. No, we do it same like all the clubs. You have to speak for minimum 1 minute. Please don't be an alien. If you want to speak for more than 2 minutes, please book a speech slot. We would love to hear your project. So try to be in that bracket. Do not go over time and try speaking on the topic, around the topic, through the topic, at least for 1 minute. Give it a shot for speaking at least for a minute, and the timer is going to help us out with the color cards. I'm going to start by calling someone who is a Toastmaster and can speak a bit around it. So let me invite, suddenly people have dropped out. So let me invite now. Can I call guest Muhammad Anwar Salim?
Yes, you can call me. I'm here.
Great. So I hope you have understood the logistics around the table topics. You need to speak for a minute on the topic that I will pass to you. And as you look at the lights, you need to stop as soon as it is red, and you're qualified as soon as you see green. So that's good to go. So I'm going to give you a topic which probably
Sorry.
you to think around.
Sorry, apologies, DTM. Sorry. Would just like to take a brief time for the polls to be floated for the best speaker, best evaluator, and best. Yeah, I forgot to float them.
1 minute.
Yeah, 30 seconds for all three. I'm just floating.
Okay, just a minute. DTM Sudarshan was over time, so we don't have to vote for the best speaker.
Okay.
Okay. That makes it easy. All right.
Now we go ahead with
okay.
evaluators.
Yeah.
Everyone, please vote. The poll is right there.
Can we run an election campaign? Can we run a campaign? Please cast.
Those Arfa, guest Arfa, you're not going anywhere. Where is she gone?
I think there must be a power outage or something.
I think there is something that so many people have gone offline.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate. What to do? All right. So please let's take Are we done with the major evaluators?
Yeah, just one more poll, modular evaluator, and then we are done.
पोलिंग की टाइम उस वक्त तक खुली रहनी चाहिए जब तक कि मैं ना जीत जाऊं.
All right. So everyone, please vote the modular evaluators here.
इसमें एरम का नाम नहीं है.
It's all right, please.
You both are siblings, DTM Meram and DTM Imran.
We both? It looks like we are siblings. We are soul brother sisters. Thank you very much. So now let's move on for the table topics. And as I was speaking to our guest, Mohammed, and is it guest, right? To, Mr. Mohammed Anwar Salim Hashmi?
Yeah, you are asking
Great,
about my name?
Yes, no, I was trying to know if you're a guest. So you are a guest, you're not a Toastmaster. So it will be amazing to start with a guest today. And you have to speak for a minute. The topic for you is, and good I didn't leak out the topic. If you were alien observing humans, what would you find most amusing about our daily routines and habits? If you were an alien observing humans, what would you find most amusing about our daily routines and habits? Over to you, guest Anwar Salim.
If I'm an alien, by the way. I was abroad for more than 21 years. So Pakistan is a place where I'm starting out. If I'm a Mars alien from the Mars, then I think the most amusing and shocking thing would have been for me the double face of human beings. You've been something else in front of you, and as soon as the man goes out, the situation has changed. I think the aliens, with all their capacity to listen beyond the walls and across the miles and miles, the one amusing thing for them would have been that a minute back the boss was the Aankho Ka Tara, and the next moment he was nothing but an Angara. So I believe कि जो सबसे बड़ा शौक होगा किसी भी एलियन के लिए वो इंसानी फितरत है, और वो ये कि वही लोग चाहे कसाई हो तो वो भी हमारा भाई बन जाता है. अगर हमें गोश्त चाहिए हो तो मुझे आज तक याद है कि मेरे कसाई ने तो मैंने से कहा कि मुझे 2 किलो रोखा गोश्त कीमा दे दो, तो उसने मेरी तरफ देखा और कहा आप जैसा, क्योंकि मैं कभी उससे दोस्ती नहीं करता था. तो मेरे ख्याल से एलियंस को जो सबसे बड़ा शौक होगा वो हमारे टू फेसेड ह्यूमैनिटी होगी. अल्लाह करे कि एलियंस आ जाएं, लेकिन एलियन आ चुका है. Artificial intelligence is calling the bluff of all the humanity in one way or the other, minus the bias and bigotry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guest Anwar. And that's a beautiful topic. Once you become a member, you should do the keynote speech around that. And we'll be looking forward for your scientific statements and beliefs and all to be shared in this club, because this is for geekies. That's me marketing Quantum Leap. So I'm now going to move towards the next speaker, and I would like to call Askari Mehdi. Guest Askari Mehdi, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Great. So you have understood the mechanism of this segment. You need to speak for minimum 1 minute. So I'm going to pass the topic to you. How has the power of discipline helped you achieve a goal in your life? How has the power of discipline helped you achieve a goal in your life?
Thank you very much for assigning the topic, even though right now I am suffering from a great headache. I have taken one medicine of Panadol after taking breakfast and wanted to leave the meeting, but as you call my name, so I got myself prepared. I think without adopting discipline in one's life, it is almost certainly impossible to achieve big goals in one's life and left oneself idle and left oneself unwanted person. So I learned it, and I adopted to adopt discipline in my life, so that not only I would be able to become a worthful person in my life, and the people associated with me could become could learn discipline and to gain goals in their lives. In that way, I would be fortunate to change not only myself, but also people around uh, in a way to become a role model. I joined this Toastmasters club with the help of Augustine brother, and I'm very glad that I get the chance to attend each and every meeting. And through adopting, through maintaining discipline in my life, I feel that I am getting the flow, and I am getting the stream to achieve my goals in life. And I'm very happy to be the part of this club, and I'm very happy to join this meeting, and I'm very feel fortunate enough to listen to you people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guest Askari Mehdi. Now I would like to invite guest Amruta Deshmukh. Are you here?
Yes.
And are you a Toastmaster?
Yes, I'm a Toastmaster.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So you know the mechanism of table topics. I'm going to pass you the topic. And the topic is that you get the opportunity to teach something to aliens that we humans practice. What would you teach? You get the opportunity to teach the aliens something that we human practice. What would you teach? Over to you, Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for this wonderful topic. I am a teacher, not by profession, but by choice, because I'm a yoga practitioner since 2010. And in COVID time, I did my, yoga teachers training program. So now I'm a certified yoga practitioner. So I teach yoga. So I have only teaching skill when it comes to yoga. Otherwise, I can't teach anything. But apart from that, I can teach finance as well, because my primary profession is as a finance investment advisor. But I think how alien can benefited from that, I don't know about it, because what they will going to do with my teaching to them. But still, I can try, I can teach whatever I know about my expertise. So maybe it will benefit or not, but it's a obviously a question what aliens want to learn as well. So that's my take on this. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amrita. That is so simple and sweet of you to think that aliens are so sweet. But I would never teach them finance or teach them yoga to relax and not get upset on us. So I have a final topic. I would like to give it to Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. Would you like to give it a shot? And before Toastmaster Fazal, guest RK.
Yes,
here?
DTM.
Guest RK. Okay, Toastmaster Fazal, the topic for you is interesting. Which habit of yours would you never want your child to adapt? Which habit of yours you would never want your child to adapt? Toastmaster Fazal.
Thank you so much, DTM Iram, for such an interesting topic. Yes, I can relate that with my life today. I have a child, but I have two children. I have a daughter of 3.5 year. Most of the time, I look at her that if she is adopting the things that which I have, and some of the things I don't like, and some I like. And one of the things that I don't like about my child, my daughter, in fact, about myself, that I know that she has gotten that from me, that is becoming angry, the anger. I'm trying my best to manage my anger through different practices, through adopting discipline. and other things. But I feel that my daughter has also gotten that thing from me. And it has become easy for me, and I learned from her too, that through her, I have come to know that this is the thing that I have. And we together are trying to cope up with that. So this is the thing, the anger management, the anger thing that I don't like any child or my child that would have. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you very much. This is all I believe. We all wish that it.
I couldn't see the timer. I don't know if I am disqualified.
Yes, you are at green, so you have qualified. And this is one of the best things. I think we all don't want our attitude to come into our kids. Can someone please help me mute? Okay, thank you. To come into our kids, but unfortunately, our kids have our attitude and our spouse's face. So it really, it's karma in another face. So thank you very much for that. Can I please request the timer to share the timing report for all the speakers?
Yes, all the speakers are qualified.
All qualified. He's still stuck on the part. Attitude of ours, faces of our spouses.
Seriously, that's why.
Now you know where my all feelings come from. Everyone, please take 30 seconds to vote. Great. If you have voted, please give any emoji so we can move on. And unfortunately, we have missed out our TMOD because there looks like an electricity short out, because of which few of the people have dropped. So I would now like to invite the general evaluator for the day. I hope everyone has voted. So I'm going to pass it on for the evaluation part. And the topic was power of discipline, where we talk about, where I would like to give my perspective that if we just bring 1% of difference every single day, just 1%, I'm not talking about bringing it 2 hours, 3 hours, but just doing 1% extra every single day, after a year, we would be standing at 37.77 times better than what we are today. So that's the power of discipline. Even if it is a single step, that does not mean that you move from your couch 1%, 1%, 1%. It means to do something 1% more. So I'm passing it on to the general evaluator for the day, and that is DTM Saif Ali Sheikh. Sir, are you here?
Thank you very much, DTM Iram Rizvi. And my job is very easy now. I'm audible. Thank you. So let me take my glasses first because I would like to see my note. Before I'm going to do my general evaluations, I would like to call language evaluator Toastmasters. Who is the Toastmaster? She is left already.
Yeah, she has disconnected.
Because this is the power of women. They can come and go anytime.
They can disconnect you anytime they want to.
Oh, they can. Yes, it is easy for them to disconnect. So let me start my general evaluations today. And my general evaluation is that about the discipline one as the theme of the day. Our club must be disciplined to start on time. Mr. President, must be disciplined to start on time, regardless there is 1 members, 2 members, or the 10 members. So we have to start on time and conclude on time. So that is the one thing about that one. And as per the Sergeant at Arms opened the meeting, he mentioned about the 3 taboos. But even though these taboos you can talk on that one, but with the respect of the others. I wish the Sergeant at Arms must have to mention about or recite about the mission statement of the club. That is a very vital part of that is existence of the club, and that set the tone of that one. And while we are shifting from the Sergeant at Arms to the President, it should be with the good transit, with the introduction. Even though you are calling by yourself as a one time you're a Sergeant at Arms, but you have to introduce yourself as a president. And once president is taking over, I wish that the president must have to come up at least 30 seconds to 1 minute, a talk, inspirational talk, motivate the members, motivate the audience, and then move to the guest introduction and the business of the club, announcement of any things happening around the club, or any dues are pending, or you can call the club officer to present their reports, especially who is a treasurer now. I don't know who is the treasurer. So it's a money matter. So treasurer must have to submit his report that he is not a default one. We have in the safe hand because he is from the accounts profession. So we don't have to worry about it. So just give the report of the finance in at least once in a month. The second thing, that is not only the issue of the quantum leap, mostly community clubs in District 122, they are struggling to having a charter strength of the members. So we have to put some mechanism. At least we have to set the example through the quantum leap that we are having a charter strength. So we are struggling to give the assignment. We are struggling to ask someone to take any roles in the club meeting. Once we have the 20 members in the club. So don't expect that the 20 is going to attend the meeting. This normally the 60% to 65% will attend the meeting. Once the 60% mean we are going to have 13 to 14 members, so we are not going to struggle to give the assignment to anyone. So that is a challenge for the president and vice president membership to bring new members into quantum leap. At one point of time, once the speaker is over, I noticed the lead evaluator jump in. Just wait for the Toastmaster of the day. For the transition, Toastmaster of the day is the one who is going to give the control back to the lead evaluator to the evaluators back to the proceeding of the meeting. So just wait. Don't to jump for getting the assignment. That is my note. Maybe I'm wrong. The speeches are good, excellent speeches by the Toastmaster of Sudarshan, emotion intelligence, and I like the speech of Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. Very simple speech, very simple message, and it is close to very hard. Toastmaster Fazal Akbar, please come again and again in Quantum Leap, and maybe you can join the Quantum Leap. We are going to learn a lot from you. Overall, I being a general value learn a lot. Being as a general value in Quantum Leap, over to this, I hand over control back to the Toastmaster of the day, DTM Iram Arisvi.
Thank you very much, DTM Saif. Now I would like to hand over the charge for closing to the president of the club, DTM Talha.
Thank you. Thank you so much, de facto Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Zahra is back. Toastmaster Zahra, would you like to present your language evaluation report?
Yes, GTM Tala, actually, you all were so good that I don't know if there was any room for improvement in terms of being a language evaluator. And I am not sure about the word of the day because I think it was the one which was mentioned on the agenda, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't used by anyone, if I'm not wrong. I think you might used it. If not, you can let us know.
No.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Sir, over to you, being a president of our club.
Yeah, it's all right. The word of the day was Fenkel, and Fenkel means a bend in a river. So I think you hit something of a Fenkel because you went offline. I think it was a disconnectivity issue, and we saw that with a lot of attendees of this meeting at one point. So But kudos to you for you were well prepared for your TMOD role, Toastmasters era, and which makes me wonder that why are you so reluctant to take major roles? You always prepare so well and you deliver so well. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, DTM staff. Your journal evaluations always provide us with a blueprint on how to conduct meetings properly, and they're always very, very insightful. So thank you so much for your keen observation and for your suggestions, which we'll surely implement. With that, it is time to take feedback from the guests. Our first guest today was Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. Please provide your feedback for the meeting.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha bin Hamid, for providing the opportunity to speak about my feedback. It was really awesome to be with you today, and everything was excellent, and I found many good things, and especially the evaluation was so perfect, and I was in search of such kind of evaluation to evaluate my speech and to know and to improve our speeches for the contest and other things. So I found that ideal evaluation here in this Quantum Toastmaster Club. So kudos to you and congratulations to you. And I found that really awesome. And other things were also good. For example, the keynote speech was really awesome. And the table topic, it was a little, there was a little change in time. It was at the end that we usually have in the beginning of every session in other clubs, but it was very good. And the general evaluation also, I liked it the most. And overall, it was really awesome to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And okay, we have RK. Who is RK? Would you like to share your thoughts about the meeting? Okay, all right. So with that, I think it is time to close the meeting with the results. And today, best speaker goes to Toastmaster Fazal Akbar. So congratulations. Best evaluator after a heated battle goes to DTM Ramriz. Okay. Best modular evaluator goes to DTM Saif Ali Sheikh. Congratulations. And best major role player again goes to DTM Iram Rizvi. So Imran, please perform one of your patented moonwalks in celebration. Okay, so that brings another meeting to a close, and I'm alerting everyone on behalf of VP Education that our next meeting is exactly 2 weeks from now. So please start taking up roles. And yes, Captain Anwar Salim, you'd like to say something?
Yes, I think other than appreciation, the notable thing is the quality of virtual meetings. It looks like that we are physically there, and I think all the credit goes to your technical team. And I believe that if you can create some standard procedures for the Toastmasters Club for remote meetings, you can contribute a lot. I think because there is a great achievement. If you compare the earlier meetings, and this meeting was remarkable. So thank you very much. I think it was a great experience.
Thank you so much, Captain Sam. Sincerely appreciate your appreciation, and we rarely receive this kind of appreciation. So many thanks for that. And as far as virtual meetings are concerned, we've been having them for years now, and like it or not, they are a vital component of the future. There are already SOPs existing for virtual meetings. We do try to set an example, but yes, I must say that all of our members, we are blessed to have members. When they appear on the screen, we forget that we are not listening to them live. You have to elevate your presence in front of a screen in order to get through. And all of our members, mashallah, they're well aware and they're well acquainted with that art. So thank you so much for that, sir. And we look forward to having you as well. So anyone who wants to say anything else before we close the meeting?
Maybe Toastmaster Zahra has some closing notes on her.
Oh yeah. Toastmaster Zahra, do you want to give some closing comments?
Yeah, I think it was a wonderful meeting, and I unfortunately I missed the table topics part, which was from TTM Iram side, and I wanted to become basically the speaker of the, although I was a TM OD, but table topic session, but I unfortunately I lost my connection, and I didn't even had my data, so I was not able to join from my phone as well. So thank you very much, everyone, for taking up the roles and for being so enthusiastic in throughout the meeting. And I think I would like to give my speeches in the future meetings now, but it's been a long time, and I was not doing it, and now I would like to do it, inshallah. But thank you so much. So over to you, sir.
Toastmaster Zahra is one of the speakers. Confirmed.
Great. Music to the ears of VP Education. So
Or I would
great.
like
That
to be
has
a
to be.
keynote. Is there a keynote speaker for our next meeting? Do we have a
Sorry?
keynote speaker for the next meeting?
We may
Is
have
there,
one. Would you
I'm
like to
saying,
be a keynote speaker?
yeah, I think I can be a keynote speaker. Hopefully, if there is a vacant space for the keynote speaker, I can be the keynote speaker.
Actually, DTM Saad was in contact with the person for a keynote speaker. So let me find out from him.
Yeah, I think in
Otherwise,
future, maybe in future, not a problem. Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
So we'll keep you as a keynote speaker or the project speech.
Or I can be a prepared speaker then. If I cannot be the keynote speaker, I will be a prepared
Yeah, sure.
speech speaker. Thank you.
All right. What is the role you would like to take, Toastmaster Imran Rana?
Come again, please.
What role you would like to take in the next meeting, Toastmaster Imran Rana?
Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, great.
Very good. Thank you so
TTM
much.
audio.
What about you, Toastmaster
Sir?
Fazal Akbar?
Yeah. Can our meeting be on Sunday?
I will let you know later.
No, you have to take.
I am open to any role.
Do it in
I am open to any role.
Any role. Wonderful. So Toastmaster Zara has one question that can we do it on Sundays?
Yeah.
Actually, see, we ran a poll and the majority of the members voted to continue having it on Saturday. But for this particular meeting, I don't know what to do. DT Madam, should we run a poll again?
Should we poll? Yeah, we should run the poll again, and the paid members have to vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Paid
So last
members.
time, the majority of paid members voted to keep the meeting on Saturday at the current schedule. So that's why initially it was announced. But since a couple of members and speakers were not available and they said they would be available on Sunday, so we shifted the meeting and apparently it worked out well. So again, I think we'll have to run a poll again to and ensure
Toastmaster
that.
Zara, you run your campaign with people that.
Yeah. Support Zara.
Yeah.
Support Toastmaster Zara.
10 बजे का time कर देना बस.
11 is better, right, for Sunday?
Yeah.
सही है, ठीक है.
Or maybe even 12.
नहीं. 12 also. Yes.
बहुत ज़्यादा
Yeah. 11 or 12. So again, we'll run the poll again. And this time, Quantum League members, first of all, please vote. And secondly, please stick to your decisions. This is like the 4th time we are running this poll. And every time there's a different outcome. So people vote for Saturday at 10 a.m. But what they really want is Sunday, 5 p.m. Anyhow.
Thank you very much. I wish you strong good morning.
Thank you.